Okay, I'm a good bit behind, but here's my review for Interview with the Vampire, Season 2, Episode 7, entitled I Could Not Prevent It. Let me say this about this episode. I had my likes and dislikes about this episode. I'm gonna explain why. Let me explain my likes because majority of it is likes. We go through this episode and Louis, Claudia, and Madeline is on trial and they're telling all the crimes that they did and they are telling the they got the stat up there telling the whole history of him, Louis, and Claudia, and a lot of it is a lie. But then eventually they got down to a part when he said, I'm trying to remember. I think Lestat said he created um Claudia knowing she was a child and he knew that was against the law, but he still did it anyway. So he asked for them to execute him as well. But most of the things Lestat was saying on trial was a lie. And when he did mention that about him turning um Claudia, uh, knowing it was against the law, Santiago sitting there looking at him and upset with him because he want Lestat to tell everything the way they want it. They up there on stage having this play. It's in front of the player, in front of a bunch of humans. And throughout this episode, they making Armand over there watch the snitch. He over there got to watch the entire thing. And at the end, they told that they sentenced all of them to death. They sentenced Madeline to death. They sentenced no. First of all, they asked Madeline um if she wanted to join the clan. They gave her an offer: join the clan or die. And she said, Claudia is my clan. Claudia is my love, so I will die with her. And they sentenced them two to death. And when asked what they asked, they was asking the people, the humans out there to sentence them. And when they went to sentence Louis, Armand said he used all his strength in his body to sway the audience's mind, and they sentenced him to banishment. And at the end of this episode, they up there on stage. In some kind of way, they let the light in and it executed on Claudia and Madeline. And Madeline died first because she was a younger vampire, so the sun burned her up quicker. And then it eventually burnt Claudia up. And the whole time while Claudia was on fire, she was singing and she looked Lestat straight in his eyes. And you could see the horror on his face because he knew and he felt the pain of losing her. You know, he loved Louis, but I feel like he cared about her somewhat. I don't know. I haven't watched the season finale yet. I'm behind. But it was. Here's where I find this episode where it got to me what I don't like about it. I feel like the execution scene was a bit too quick. It came out of nowhere. I was expecting it to be like the movies, I guess. The movie. Um, it was lackluster to me. it was no build up to it, I guess. Even though the whole trial happened, I guess it was no build up to them burning, you know, burning out there in the sun. And that kind of upset me some. Now, it it did not ruin the episode for me, but it knocked it down a lot of notches. And when they burned Claudia and Madeline, they killed Louis down there and put him in the crypt. Now I don't know what's gonna happen in the season finale. I got to watch it. I got it recorded, but I feel like Lestat is gonna break him out. But Lestat also mentioned how Louis begged him to turn Claudia into a vampire, and yeah, he did. He did, but Claudia did not realize that I did not know that she did not know that Louis begged Lestat to turn her into a vampire, and she just learned that right before her execution. And of course, during the execution, well, during the trial, she said that it's not about her, it's about this sick love between Louis and Lestat, which it is. It is. She was brought into a life that was not meant for her. And I'm gonna mention one other thing. During this whole play, when they got these, I guess, um, how would I say it? This thing on stage, I'm trying to think. It was like a little movie. Why did Claudia in the movie look like the old cast? The first Claudia on the TV show. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, it's the same skin tone as her. It's all this, but you know, that wasn't no, that was just a nitpick from me. But this episode, like I said, was good, but that execution to me came too quick. It was lackluster, and for that, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. And I'm gonna watch um, the season finale later on today and give my review of it. But until then, I'll see you later.